Ever feel like your relationship's on cruise control? Like you're there, but not really choosing to be? Newsflash, commitment issues don't just go away with monogamy. They just get buried under matching bath towels. Are you actively choosing this, or are you asleep at the wheel of your relationship? Hi, I'm Iseman. I'm a relationship coach, and I want you to have the tools and skills that you need to build the relationships that you want and deserve. This channel shares all the lessons that I've learned the hard way, so you don't have to. Subscribe to get more sex, love, and modern relationship tips that you can start using today, no matter what kind of relationship you're in. The biggest lesson that I have ever learned about commitment came from not committing to just one person. And no, this isn't about cheating or being afraid to settle down. This is about what consensual non-monogamy can teach us all, even if you never open up your relationship. Non-monogamy taught me that commitment isn't about restriction, it's about intention. And that lesson changed everything. When I opened up my relationship, I thought I'd end up in a pile of jealousy, schedule spreadsheets, and mystery fluids. But what actually happened taught me way more about commitment than any rom-com, therapist, or relationship self-help book ever did. I'm gonna share what opening up my relationship taught me about commitment. And no, you don't have to be non-monogamous to steal these secrets. In most relationships, we treat commitment like a finish line. You move in, get married, and boom, done. But real commitment isn't a one-time thing. It's something you choose again and again. In our society, monogamy is generally seen as the default. And somewhere along the way, we stop asking, is this what I want? Or is this just what I'm supposed to do? So many of us fall into relationships like we fall onto the couch after work, tired, hopeful, and not really thinking it through. In consensual non-monogamy, commitment is ongoing. It's something you revisit, reevaluate, and actively choose. Consensual non-monogamy forced me to ask, what does commitment actually mean to me? Not the Hallmark version, not the TikTok therapist version, my version. And once you start asking that question, whether you open up your relationship or not, everything starts to shift. Let's be clear, you don't need multiple partners to practice this. You just need to stop assuming that commitment is static. The more intentional your ongoing choice to stay, the stronger your connection becomes. Most people are treating commitment like a cliff. You fall off and bam, now you're in it. Hope you pack snacks. But commitment is something you choose, not fall into. Opening up my relationship showed me that commitment is actually a structure, one that you build together, brick by brick, based on mutual values, clear agreements, and regular check-ins. Every relationship is built on agreements, whether explicit or implicit, and these require regular revisiting. In monogamy, we often assume we're on the same page about everything just because we love each other. In non-monogamy, that assumption doesn't fly because one vague boundary can lead to a full-blown meltdown. So you learn to talk a lot. You build a shared language by defining terms like cheating, flirting, and even sex, which fosters mutual understanding. You don't just commit once. You recommit again and again. But here's the real secret. That kind of intentionality, it makes monogamous relationships way stronger and hotter too. I want to know, drop in the comments, what's one way that you're going to recommit to your relationship this week? In the autopilot version of monogamy, we assume everything is included by default, but that leads to unmet needs and quiet resentment. In a previous video, I discussed the reality of when two become three, you, your partner, and the relationship, and how each requires attention and effort. The romanticized idea of merging identities can lead to neglecting our individual needs. Non-monogamy forces honest conversations about boundaries, what's okay, what's not, and what needs might require other outlets. Setting boundaries isn't unromantic. It's the ultimate sign of respect and clarity. And if you're not having those conversations in your monogamous relationship, you probably should be. In relationships, communication isn't optional, it's survival. Think you've got great communication? Try juggling 3 dates in 1 week with 2 partners and no one feeling left out. That's when you learn what real communication looks like. Clear, compassionate, and honest. Non-monogamy doesn't work without it. That's why weekly check-ins, repair conversations, naming your needs, and creating a shared language become the norm. Avoiding uncomfortable conversations can lead to unresolved issues that fester over time and turn into resentment, one of the Gottman's 4 horsemen that destroys relationships. When you're navigating one of these uncomfortable conversations, I encourage you to remain curious and ask open-ended questions to explore new aspects of the relationship together. Sharing fears and insecurities like this is a conscious choice that deepens emotional intimacy. And the wild part? This same communication toolkit is a game changer in any relationship, including monogamous ones. Because whether you're exclusive or not, the key to lasting commitment is knowing how to talk when it's awkward, vulnerable, or straight up terrifying. And spoiler alert, those conversations are where the intimacy gets really good. In CNM, you learn that wanting other people doesn't mean you love your partner less. It means you're human. Tag someone who needs to hear this. It's not like there's 100 love points and you have to take 5 away from your partner in order to give them to someone else. If that was the case, then tell me, which one of your kids do you love and which one don't you? Understanding this helps all relationships because it removes shame from desire and opens the door to honesty. Besides, being attracted to someone else is not the same thing as making a move on them. Even if you never act on those feelings, acknowledging them can lead to deeper trust and better communication. Pretending they don't exist, that's what actually wrecks relationships. Commitment isn't about restriction, it's about choice. We tend to equate commitment with limitation. Like, if you're really committed to me, you won't look at anyone else, think about anyone else, or feel anything except total bliss when I chew with my mouth open. But what if real commitment isn't about limiting options? It's about actively choosing someone every day with your eyes wide open. Is something really a choice if you don't have any other options? Would you rather be chosen by your partner or feel that they're just with you out of obligation or desperation? In non-monogamy, I have options, plural, which means every time I choose to spend time with one of my partners, it means something. It's not about obligation, it's about intention. And monogamous people can do this too. You can wake up every morning and say, yes, I'm still in, and here's why. That's powerful. And when things get rocky, because they will, that's not an if, it's a win. That daily choice matters more than a dusty wedding ring ever could. Folks in non-monogamous relationships often have to define what commitment means because you're my one and only isn't the default. That makes commitment more intentional, more specific, and more customized to your values. When you define commitment together, it's stronger because it's about you, not an idea you're trying to fit into. And you can do that whether you're monogamous, polyamorous, or just curious. Drop it in the comments. What's your definition of commitment? Look, you don't have to open up your relationship to level it up. Just learning about consensual non-monogamy can teach you how to show up, speak up, and choose your partner and your relationship like you mean it. Because commitment isn't a cage, it's a compass, and it works way better when you're holding it on purpose. The strength of any relationship lies in the conscious decision to be in it and work on it continuously. Monogamous, open, or somewhere in between? Learn more about designing your relationship on purpose by checking out my course ENM 101 to make love work on your terms. It's a judgment-free, beginner-friendly deep dive into how consensual non-monogamy can teach you to build better, more conscious relationships, even if you never open up.